Welcome to Valerie Loves Books. I am returning from yesterday's live discussing books that I plan to sell or donate. Now, yesterday there were more books than today. I enjoyed going through those books and made some decisions about which ones to keep and which ones to toss or which ones to sell or donate. I would like to keep them all, so I'm still trying to afford to travel with my books. But at this moment, it's imperative that I think reasonably and begin to separate what I can sell or donate from what I truly cherish. So, anyway, I'm here today to discuss just a few more books that I have just to share with you. And it's not as many as there were yesterday. Yes, there. I just have this stack here, and I thought I better go through it and make a decision, and then move on to another topic. Hopefully, to give you a summary of a book that I'm working on right now, that I'm reading. So I look forward to doing that. It is at the end of my day, and I'm a little bit hoarse, but I'm going to get through this and hope that you enjoy the books that I'm going to share with you right now. Now, some of them seem more like textbooks, to tell you the truth, and I'm almost happy to just get rid of them, because as long as they're around, I feel obligated to actually just plow through it and try to understand. And that's kind of torturous, I think. But I want to eventually, once I get back to reading more regularly, I would like to concentrate on easy romantic stories. Start there. Truly want to get to that point. But right now it's a little chaotic in our world, and it's hard to really read, work every day, do a number of things. So I'm looking forward to those days when I can just read for most of the day, or at least a third of the day, or a third of the week, while I accomplish other things that I like. But right now I'm doing things that I have to do to get to that point. So anyway, I'm going to start with the books, and I hope that someone eventually tunes in. I'll be watching for anyone that comes into the chat. As I stated, my voice is a little dry, my throat is dry, and I'm beginning to feel the challenge or is it damage from today's vocal work? I think maybe my voice is kind of different because I didn't really sleep last night after making a video on the books that I shared with you online. So please go back to that video and check it out. There is a number of good books there, and a number of them that I have to get rid of and don't want to get rid of. So I'm going to go ahead and get through this section here of books. And the first one is one that I would love to get through. It's called The Girl Who Played with Fire. What an idea. And I believe that I'm going to hold on to this one because it is creative nonfiction, or parts of it's a dynamic thriller, is what I can see here as far as a critique of the book. But a #1 national bestseller, that's a good thing. But it's a novel, and I want to hold on to this book. Now, it feels like it weighs about 5 pounds. Now, that would cost me, but I just want to hold on to it. So, yeah, I look forward to affording to move all of my books one day. All right, so that's The Girl Who Played with Fire by Stieg Larsson, or Stig Larsson. Interesting. I just love the feel of it, too. It's kind of worn. But anyway, I love that. Now, the next book is Neil deGrasse Tyson. Now, this is a book by Neil, and it's called Astrophysics for People in a Hurry. Now, I bought this at Barnes & Nobles thinking, wow, I'd love to have this on my bookshelf and read it one day. And it was still my intent to read it. However, I won't be reading it soon. What I plan to do is hold on to it and pay for its storage until I can get it out of storage. The next book is The Crack Up by F. Scott Fitzgerald. Yeah, I bought this from a thrift store and I love the title. I know the history of F. Scott Fitzgerald and Zelda, how they lived a very fast life, lots of alcoholism involved and mental illness. So I kind of I still want to read this and get into it. I do hate to get rid of it at this point. So, Strunk and White. This is from college, The Elements of Style. Is that important today? Are we looking at our own style, or are we looking at AI style or Chat GPT style? But I love the book. I love writing, and I'd love to just learn more about styles. And I must say, I recognize a book by the way it's written sometimes. It's very nice to have a book that reads well. And this is a lesson on how I believe to write the elements of style or identify them. Alice Walker, I read this book before I saw the movie. Oh my gosh, I love the book. My voice teacher is in The Color Purple, the movie. So I love the book. I thought the movie lacked a few parts, but I'm going to have to read that story again because there was a difference from the writing and the movie. All right, here's another F. Scott Fitzgerald book called This Side of Paradise. This Side of Paradise. I'm wondering if this is the Great Gatsby renamed. Oh my goodness. Let me take a look here. Now, I should know this. It's been a while since I visited F. Scott Fitzgerald. And once again, I would hate to get rid of the book. Not sure if this is what it is, but I know that in my mind, I'm thinking that he wrote the book and it was later renamed. That is something I have to really look into because that is not clear in my mind. So anyway, there it is. This Side of Paradise by F. Scott Fitzgerald. The next book is Black Coffee. Now, I think I've had this for years. Black Coffee. I remember when it came out. I was very impressed. And I would like to hang on to that book. The next book has to do with finance, Lords of Finance. Now, this makes me wonder about historical figures who influenced the bankers who broke the world. The bankers who broke the world. I would love to get into that as well. Yeah, I don't discriminate. I'm all over the place with interest. Yes. So anyway, I would love to just see how that reads. And this is one I think I will just eventually get rid of. I don't know why I bought it. Maybe it was because it has to do with the story of Van Gogh, a Van Gogh masterpiece, money, politics, collectors, greed, and loss. Yeah, not sure about this one, but it gives you a lot of history. Interesting. I just want to have the time to read, so we'll see. A very interesting thought to want to read that. Anyway, there are my books. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 books that looks like I'm going to keep at least 7 of them and toss the others or donate maybe 7, if not 6. But anyway, there you are. There are my books, the rest of my books. Now, I do have the hard copies yet to decide upon. And as I can see again, the hard copies that I have to decide upon run roughly 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, maybe 35 books, 35 hard copies. So we'll see how far I get with those. I have to do that immediately, actually. And I have to make decisions on where I'm going to donate my books. And I must start, if I'm going to sell any of them, I've got to start posting them on Nextdoor or Vinted or eBay. I haven't posted anything on eBay in a while. I do recall I did post some photos on eBay back in 2018. I have not gone back to those photos. I wonder about them now. That's a good thought. So I'm going to have to go to eBay and see if that's a potential place to sell books. I will see. Thank you very much for being here today. As you can tell, my voice is slowly going away after a day of just on the phone totally all day. And I need some rest. And I will see you next time. Thank you so much for coming to the replay. And please subscribe to the channel. I appreciate that very much. Thank you for being here. Goodbye.